Hello. Right. This is Nancy Drew, the Last Canyon. It's a like a first-person adventure point-and-click mystery game. Oh, hi Ash. What up? How's the audio? Is it working? I had a Windows update, and like everything broke. I had to download a whole bunch of new drivers. I don't know why. The Windows update just like yeeted all of my sound drivers and stuff. Alright. What am I doing? Yeah, I have another monitor here now, so. Alright, let's go.
Welcome to my latest case.
That's
Last
loud
train
for
to
me.
Blue Moon Canyon. To start, choose junior or senior detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help,
Lagging.
click on tutorial.
Let's see. Oop. What is going on? Says everything should be fine on my side. Is it like better now or same? Because I don't see any issues on my side. No, it's good. All right. I guess I'll keep an eye on it. I don't really know what that was. All right, cool. My word. Ah. All right, cool. I'm gonna play
Dear
on hard.
Hannah, here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Lori Gerard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy boys. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be another one of Lori's silly attempts to
lurk?
grab
All right.
publicity. Some people
See ya.
can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their
I'll
own
probably be
good.
up a couple of hours, so.
Wish me luck. Love, Nancy.
Well, people,
Thanks for sticking
now
around,
that our
though.
little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I, again, am Lori Gerard, and the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlena Purcell, I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just seem so real. And all that stuff you know about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci, only the most famous police detective in the country. And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends. And you must be the other amateur detective, their friend? Natalie?
Nancy. Nancy Drew?
Whatever. All right, I'll bet you're wondering where we're going. Well, we're going to Copper Gorge, Colorado. Why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because see, one day in 1903, his train, this train, was found in a place called Blue Moon Canyon, which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth. Oh, and two more things. Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on it while they were going to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
She's gone.
Oh my gosh.
What in the world?
What the?
Hey, what's going on?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand.
Oh, brother.
It's okay. Everybody just stay calm. No need to panic. I'll get to the bottom
No
of
need to
this.
panic.
Well, Nancy, you're up on all that social etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
If
Go
I
home.
don't seem concerned, it's because I'm not. Lori Gerard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities. What was your name again?
Nancy Drew. You and I have actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch. You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
I tried playing the Shadow Ranch game. I didn't really like it.
You don't remember me, do you?
No.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley?
Psst. Nancy! Come here.
Excuse me for a second.
Hey, Nance.
Where have you two been?
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again. I could hear all these weird noises coming from inside.
Any idea what he was doing?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Laurie was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
Did you see what it was?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting here. Tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Laurie is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only
Grabbing a
one.
lot of
How can you
frames
say
again?
that? You heard Laurie scream.
Anybody can scream,
Why?
Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting like...
It's weird. Alright, I think it's back.
else they've ever wanted.
Hopefully.
What about you, Nancy? What do you think?
I don't even know their names. How am I supposed to say them? Oh, that's Joe? Okay.
I kind of agree with you.
You've got to be kidding.
Do you think maybe one of Laurie's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Laurie disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
Talk to the...
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
Right, phone time.
Engineer, what do you want?
Hello, I'm one of the passengers, and I just thought you should know that Laurie Gerard has disappeared.
So?
Did you know she was going to disappear?
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay? Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
But Laurie may not even be on the train anymore.
Look, Miss Gerard may not be a rocket scientist or anything, but even she knows better than to jump off a moving train.
But
Now if you'll
Does
excuse
she?
me, I got me a train to run.
Alright, see ya. Okay. Let's jump
this
off the
door
train.
goes outside.
Just kidding.
Opening it now would not be a good idea.
Be a good idea, apparently.
Sadie Crawford. It looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it.
Okay. And I love the music in this game. This is always one of my favorite games when I was a little kid. Alright, I talked to her.
Yes?
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
You are, but I'm quite used to disturbances. You see, I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline.
see, I'm
so
busy
until I
too,
write
and I don't
those
want to talk
two
to you
most
anymore.
Wonderful
See ya,
of all
idiot.
three-letter words. The end. Everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
Okay,
I
bye.
should get going.
All right then.
I write horse romance books, so I am holier than thou.
Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
Alright, first puzzle. Alright, let's see, what's off? I have a bad habit of getting way too close to the screen and I'll just be like this the whole time. I think these need to be swapped. That looks right. Was the whole thing off center or something? Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't even look at the picture above it. Oh.
Left pickaxe and lamp with buhl for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key. Or is it lead is the key? This must have been the sleeping car.
A Tale of Two Dolls. Ill-tempered Edna could not get her way. She couldn't get Alice to come out and play. I can't, I'm too tired is what Alice said. I just want to go straight back to bed. Same. They tried to make it heard, but all that came out was one two-part word. Why, I'm not your mother, yawning Alice replied, till Edna the Terrible finally gave up and cried. That's a mood. Okay, I'm dropping frames again. Oh, I'll tell you what, I don't know why. Okay. Also, this is running at 30 FPS now, so I guess it's fine. Right. Wanted to do the ghost Easter egg, but I don't remember how to do that one.
Hey, come on over here. Hi, you're that Nancy person. How you doing? John Gray.
You look pretty busy.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Laurie's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Laurie's whereabouts.
Okay.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Laurie?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. That's my working theory, at least.
That's very interesting.
It's all very scientific. But the fact is, Laurie's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my power to find her. The vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
The vibes I'm getting makes me think she's in serious trouble. Now that's better than science.
You don't think Tino Balducci will be able to track her down?
I doubt it. In fact, I kind of feel sorry for the guy those bank robs. Just a good cop and a great cop. Sure.
A friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Maybe she planned it that way.
You mean so we'd concentrate all our efforts on finding Jake Hurley? Possible, although she really doesn't strike me as being the planning type.
Got him.
What's your opinion of Charlena Purcell?
Charlena Purcell writes romance novels. And
Romance novels.
Thanks for the chat.
Pleasure talking to you.
Yo, this guy's got a sick stream setup.
Don't do that, please. Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. Just about took out my eardrums. You can play that thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, all right?
Okay. I need some music. Looks like Camille was teaching herself how to play the piano. Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's me.
Hi, Bess.
And me.
Hey, George, what's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us. This is torture, Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here. Bess, just calm down. Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's the one who insisted we call you Nancy. Only because you're driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called? What do you think Laurie Gerard is wearing? Oh, George, that is so not true. I could care less what Laurie Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train full of famous people bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya? Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair. I'm sorry. You know, actually, that looks kind of cool. Nice try, Bess. No, really. You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself. George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
Yeah, that's in style now.
Our hostess has disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I mean, the train went into a tunnel, everything went dark, and when the train came out of the tunnel, no Laurie. She just disappeared.
Publicity stunt.
My thoughts exactly.
Remember the time she was allegedly kidnapped from her Vegas hotel room? Yeah, the guy across the hall just happened to have a camera and got it all on tape. It made the evening news in practically every city in the country. And then there was her daring escape the next morning. Only it turns out she faked the whole thing. Of course, she claims her ex-boyfriend faked it to get back at her. She kidnapped. What's that?
Sounds to me like somebody has been spending a lot of time reading the tabloids.
George has. Very funny. So what else is going on?
Before she disappeared, Laurie told us that the purpose of this train trip is to find out what happened to Jake Hurley, the train's original owner.
Was he murdered or something?
No one knows. He was married to a woman named Camille, but she died, and he eventually vanished while mining for gold. His train was found abandoned in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada, with no one on board but his dead engineer.
Whoa, spooky. Have any theories?
Killer bees did it.
Not yet, but the train is also rumored to be haunted by his dead wife.
So first Hurley's wife dies, then Hurley vanishes, then the engineer dies, then Laurie vanishes. A pattern, maybe? Bess, do us all a favor and leave the detective work to Nancy, okay?
I better go.
Let us know what happens.
Hey, Nancy, right?
You've got a better memory than our hostess.
Who doesn't? Amateur detective, huh? Never thought about
Goldfish
becoming
have a better memory than
real
her.
detective? You know, like me?
I don't know. Do you like what you do?
I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
Yes, I sure did.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days. FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
Because you accidentally rear-ended them. I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place. Let's see, which one should I choose? Which one would be more insulting? Plastic knife.
I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place.
You heard wrong. You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers, all have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous. Anyway, you should look around in here. Lots of interesting stuff. This was Jake's private car, you know.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Where do you think it came from?
Probably been lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
Give it to me.
Can I see it?
Sure, in fact, here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you.
Wow, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
What else can I do for
It's an
you?
indirect handshake.
So, what do you think happened to Lori?
Well, she could have been kidnapped. She could have been tossed off the train. She could be hiding from us. But I obviously won't know which until I've gathered all the facts.
What are the
So you're
facts?
gathering facts?
Of course, it may not look it because that's my style. I'm a low-key kind of guy. But hey, don't worry. I'll know the fact now.
You've been a big help.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
Alright. Okay.
Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked. Another gemstone. An old scale. Strange. It seems to be built into the wall. Wonder why it's got all those symbols on it like that. The Little Book of Samplers.
Alright. Here you go. Oh. No, I almost got it. Yeah.
Lori?
Oh my gosh! I never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
So it was just all for show?
Well, not entirely. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
Wow.
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
The moon
Oh,
tells
right.
no lies.
Well, see, I was one of the
Oh, wait.
first people
Charlene
in like
Purcell.
100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except, I also found this. It's a letter
Oh no,
that
not
Jake
the
wrote
fan
in
fiction.
1901 to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she
I
needs
am
to figure out where
worthy.
his mine is on this train.
Wow.
He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off, trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues, that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
So you want me to try to figure out where the mine is?
Uh-huh. As for the other people on board, if you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
I'll come back later.
You go, girl.
Alrighty.
Strange looking tool. Wonder what it's for.
Take it. I can't pick it up. Okay. Guess I have to look at the puzzle, then go back for the tool later.
There, all done. Eliza Sandberger.
Hey, Verm. What's up?
I wonder what's under here. And what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts. That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts. I need something that will turn the bolts.
This is Nancy Drew, last train to Blue Moon Canyon. It's a point-and-click adventure puzzle game. Basically, the plot is I'm on this train, and we're trying to solve the mystery of the people that used to own it because they all disappeared and were never seen again, but they were like famous, so people are wondering where they are, basically. Okay, not the best explanation, but yeah. Alright, now I can get this tool.
I bet I know what this is for. Looks like a dance floor, maybe?
Oh boy, a place to practice my default dancing. Oh, this one's supposed to...
More pipes to connect. Here we go.
Cool. Is that it? I just... Alright, bye. Guess that's the end of that puzzle.
Nancy, what's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
You found Lori.
Yep, she's holed up in the caboose. And as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the
Hi,
clues are
Hikis.
extremely obtuse.
What's up?
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Oh, Joe, quit pouting. Want any help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
It stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily.
This is a
Jake might
mystery
not have told him
game.
the exact
I'm on a
location. Maybe he just
train
had to
which
drop
is
him off somewhere
supposedly
nearby.
haunted,
Well, still, we'd
and
be
like
way
some
ahead of the game if we knew where
celebrities
that drop-off
used to
point
own it,
was.
and they disappeared. And they also had a mine which is supposedly full of gold. And this influencer girl named Lori Gerard, suppose no connection to Lori Grenier, invited us all here to try and figure out what the mystery was. That's basically the plot.
If the engineer had any surviving relatives, we may be in luck.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her. See you
Right.
soon.
You know where to find us.
Back to the horse romance novelist.
Yes?
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
Well, don't sound too excited about it.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy, imaginative, adventurous, stubborn, egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Voulet, who died about a year.
Thanks for the follow, Hikis.
Where was he from?
East Coast, Philadelphia, I think. His parents were British aristocrats. Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife, could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
So he went west and became a miner?
All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed up in Denver with a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies. He refused to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere, although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated and its location quite unknown.
The others on the train, John Gray and that police detective, do you know them very well?
I don't know them at all. Needless to say,
No, I
watch
don't play
television,
League.
so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before. Although I do know that his profession, if you can call it that, is rife with
Looks pretty fun though.
crackpots.
I know a lot of people
As for
play
Mr.
it, so it has to be
Balducci,
good.
From what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right place at precisely the right time.
Should try it. Maybe sometime. You guys play it?
In other words, you don't think he deserves all the attention he's getting?
No. You and those two Boy Scouts you're with would make better detectives.
Cool.
Is that all, dear?
Why do you think Lori invited you on this trip?
No doubt because I'm such an authority on life in the Old West.
Yeah, I'll
and
have to
because
try
I'm
it
so good
sometime.
at using old information to unearth new information. My knack for research is, well, it's a gift.
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
If you're smart, you'd ask me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log onto my archives at home and see what I can turn up.
That'd be great, thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
I'll touch bases with you later.
My publisher thanks you.
Right. Let's see, where do we need to go next?
Those look like steam pipes.
Apologies. Camille burst tears at the sight of the crack which now traverses Naughty Tina's face. Continued unabated for hours. I told her I'd order her another as soon as we reach Copper Gorge. Could be so upset about anything that befell at all. I accidentally knocked one Camille calls Naughty Tina off the shelf and literally, I'm afraid, fractured its tiny skull despite my heartfelt. Okay. F and jet for the doll, I guess.
Looks like to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon, those are all gemstones, I think.
Thirsty nose. Okay.
Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
Silver is orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. My notebook. I had a notebook which I was writing stuff down in, but I don't know where it is since I played this game. Alright. Got my notebook. Here you go. My notes. Awesome. Okay, what was this one? Silver is... Okay. Orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. We in, boys.
Wilson carbide and acetylene works.
Is this just an order form?
Always your friend, Thomas Wilson. J.H. For Jake Hurley, obviously. Must be Jake's insignia. For
Alright, back. Alright, back to the caboose. There's another puzzle I need to solve.
Whoa!
Jeez.
Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
Jeez, that scared me. What the heck?
Question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
Who was the next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked. He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop without your seeing her?
Not likely, but possible, I guess.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by
Time to write
stopping
down
the
some
train?
notes.
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
Alright. Back to the other side of the train. Also, can I do the ghost Easter egg now? Nope. Okay, I need to write down this note. Ill-tempered Edna. Yawning Alice. Okay. And then ill-tempered Edna. Edna the Terrible. Alright, cool. I think that's the info I need.
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
I found Lori. She was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
She disappeared because she wanted to see who'd find her first, which is why she left that clue behind.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat. But I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Sure.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley and his mind, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice.
Help
you
me
sort
out,
things out.
please.
After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day, you know.
Whoa, I'd love to help you out so you can get all the credit.
Have you had a chance to talk to Charlena Purcell?
Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
You don't like her?
I can't stand those sappy books she writes. And seeing as I said as much during an interview on national TV once, it's a pretty safe bet she doesn't like me.
Have you talked to John Gray?
The ghost guy? Total quack. Only reason I talked to him would be to arrest him for fraud.
What do you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself. But I'll let you in on a secret. I'm onto something that could crack this case wide open.
Wide open.
What did you find?
Sorry, can't go into detail. Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
Did you
All
find
right.
any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that were any help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can ya?
Who else have you told about this?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
I'm dropping frames again? Why? Oh, it says it's fine. It's weird.
But couldn't someone else have dropped that thermometer?
Please. Who's the top cop here, huh? Who's the world-famous detective? You? I know what I'm doing, sweetheart. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
You've been a big help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Anything for a fellow detective. Alright, back to the caboose. We need to solve that puzzle. Someone better pull the emergency brake again. Alright. Word search time. Oh, here we go. Calico. Silverado. Oh. Alright, there we go. Central. We got Central on here. There we go. Central City. Dodge City. Virginia City. And then Tombstone. Cool.
Guess I'm done. Strange. All that's left is a jumble of letters.
Oops, I walked right past the other puzzle. Alright, back it up, back it up.
Looks like I need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters?
V R Z T B A Oh, there we go. Wait. Nice. You know, this is a bit advanced for a 1930s train, isn't it?
Jake's mine must be somewhere on this map, but where?
Alright, next. What do I got? The dance? I guess I could do that dance, but I don't know what the dance is. Oops. I could talk to John Gray, I could talk to the Hardy Boys again. I got one other puzzle in here. Did I ever check this top drawer? Oh yeah, I did.